Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Washington, going to get some information for the hometown crowd here. As you may know, well, we've been subjected to a high-capacity magazine ban in the state since the summer of 2022. And as you also may know, well, the Attorney General decided to pick a fight down in Cowlitz County over this issue. And as you also may know, the court down there is very interested in actually exploring the constitutionality of that statute. And as you may know, there was a big hearing set for January 22nd. So let's get you all up to date. Oh, except there's one problem. Yeah, there's going to be a delay. Why? Well, we'll explain in just a moment. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about the case that your Attorney General is running from. Okay, so the case we're talking about today, and we've talked about it since its inception, is State of Washington versus Gators Guns down in Cowlitz County. Now, we started covering this case almost from the minute the news broke that Gators had been busted for selling these high-capacity magazines, because it was only a matter of moments before, of course, your Attorney General threw on in to the Cowlitz County Superior Court, bringing a Consumer Protection Act against Gators Guns. Of course, that then allowed Gators attorneys, the Silent Majority Foundation, Pete Serrano for AG, your next Attorney General, to file a counterclaim saying, hey, you know what, this suit that you're pursuing under here, yeah, it's unconstitutional. That then led to a hearing which was originally scheduled for January 22nd for a summary judgment. However, that hearing's been delayed, and I'm going to explain why. And I think you're going to understand that, yeah, your Attorney General's a little scared about this one, okay? What was supposed to happen on January 22nd is that the plaintiffs, that is Gators Guns, was bringing a summary judgment motion. What a summary judgment motion is, and this happens quite a bit on the civil side of law, is a motion that's brought by one party that says, listen, there really is no issue as to the material facts, and there really is no issue as to the applicable law. And therefore, one side, in this case, the plaintiff, is entitled to judgment as a matter of law. So what Gators Guns was basically saying is there are no issues of fact, there are no issues of law. These things are protected under the Second Amendment. You cannot ban, it's the common use test, and they have banned them, and blah, 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 and away we go, and it's unconstitutional. Now, the judge should, in fact, rule it that way. But what the State Attorney General's office wants to do is, no. They want to get into this whole, we need experts, and we need to do testimony, we need to put on a big whole hearing, because they want to make the argument that there are no issues or disputes as to the material facts. So essentially, what you have here is that the Attorney General's office needs to run right now from this issue. They need to muddy this water. They need to drag this on as long as humanly possible, hope for perhaps a favorable ruling out of the matter of Brumbach v. Ferguson over in the Eastern District of Washington, another case that the Silent Majority Foundation is handling. And at that point, somehow or another, pray to God that the Cowlitz County Court, for whatever reason, follows the Brumbach ruling. Now, I can assure you that if this judge was just real interested in kicking back and letting somebody else do all of his hard work, he probably wouldn't have been moving in such an expeditious fashion. The state has asked for a continuance of this case. The court has granted a continuance of this case so they can brief more issues onto the applicability of expert witnesses and the need, which means we're not going to have the motion for summary judgment on January 22nd. Instead, we're going to have that motion on March 11th. So circle that date on the calendar now. That right now is the date for State of Washington versus Gators Guns. I firmly do believe that the Cowlitz County Superior Court is going to strike this law down as unconstitutional, that they will enjoin this law. What you're going to have happen then, of course, then is that the State of Washington will completely crap its pants and either immediately appeal to the Division II Court of Appeals or probably ask for expedited review right up the freeway to Thurston County to the Washington State Supreme Court. That's our prediction. We'll see how close we get. The case, once again, is State of Washington versus Gators Guns. We'll link up all the stuff we've done on it before so you guys can geek out on it for yourself. Critical date now, summary judgment motion on the constitutionality of Senate Bill 5078, which ultimately turned into your magazine ban. So it's the constitutionality of RCW 9.41.370, has been rescheduled. Cowlitz County Superior Court March 11th. If you got any other questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. If you don't, that's okay. That information's right down there in the description box. In the meantime, let's everyone remember, a part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching, and stay safe.